Select your agent.
Comp. They have Teho, Cypher, Raze, Clove, and Chamber. Interesting double Sentinel comp. Teho, the latest agent, I've seen a decent bit of him at the tournament. He seems to be pretty good at creating a lot of space for the team, and being able to take people out of corners with his missiles, and his ultimate is just looks crazy. BK grouping up for a B long push. Sage potentially trying to hold C main. And I guess just looking for a site take with potentially Sage lurk, or probably just maintaining that control. A main is a pivotal area of control, so it makes sense to have someone there. Defense, I expect the Chamber to be here at least with his Headhunter, hoping to get some early picks. Stars being placed for the team. Smoke Heaven and Door. Chamber peeking out as expected. Now he's on left side. Gets one, but gets traded out by Showtime. Fascinator gets one on A site. That's a nice pick. BK is up now. Clone on the site. Teho missiles just for the stall. Gate crash back site from I don't know who. Teho drone spots Showtime. He has to take cover. Someone on the flank Showtime gets taken out by Blossom on the Clove. Cold in the clutch situation. 1v3 gets one. Missed shots on the two. Has to take the fight again. Gets decayed by the Clove Q. Repositions and dies to the Clove in the smoke. Interesting start to this game from BK. An initial round loss on pistol. Round loss on the pistol is not great for us because that means that the enemies will have guns, like some SMGs, maybe a sniper, while we will have less money to spend on guns and abilities. So we'll see what we have to do here. Let's probably swap to a different agent. Maybe the Yoru. Yeah, that's a good one. Stinger on the Yoru, that could have some potential. Maybe get a TP in behind and get a few sneaky picks. It looks like BK looking towards this A site. Maybe some mid presence, but they fall back. So it's just a full A main push for BK, kind of gamble stacking this. Hoping to pick off some defenders that are caught off guard. Goofy wall. Bakery gets one with a satchel. Teo missiles force back procrastinated, but he dies. Showtime 1 HP, but the bomb gets down, and BK has the site here, and they're even pushing out farther. Ray's taking flowers. He picks out potato on the Teho. Decay not gonna do much on a 1 HP Showtime, but they pick him off anyways, and Aizen finishing off Blossom for a BK eco win. Well, that really messes up the economy for everyone, because now BK went from behind to winning the round. Just as fast as that. Spike's still in spawn, but let's see. BK seems to be sticking with their cheaper guns here. Not exactly sure what the enemies will pull out. And looks like we're grouping up for another A main push. Pings on the map indicated as well. Raise nade lineup. Potentially, no, not used. ISO vulnerable down main to ward off any defenders from peeking. Teo missiles for stall. Marshall spotted. Let's get smoked out by Astro. Satchel's out. Gets detained by the drone. That might cause problems, but it appears BK is on the site with little defense. Aizen picking off one fast. Somehow lives after taking up the spy dart. Potentially to get one more. Procrastinator on the lurk through mid with the Bucky. Crazy plays from BK. And they just pinch the Raze in the corner. And pick up round 3. Strong showing for BK so far. That flank from Procrastinator, I didn't really notice it until the end, but it ended up saving Aizen when he got stunned. So that was some nice teamwork, whether it was on purpose or not. But I like this knife, actually. I haven't seen this one. I haven't been too active in playing myself, but I enjoy doing this. It looks like we're just gearing up for another A main push. Same vulnerable. Same Sage slow from breaks the drone. Molotov grabs. We have that gate crash now. Or the dimensional drift used to clear out sight. To find the site is pretty much completely clear. We take that space for free. Yoru in the back throws a clone out. Bakery picks off one. Procrastinator has some aggressive position towards I don't even remember what that's called, towards mid. And then we got just Yoru checking on the flank with Astra. Procrastinator lurking up with this Bucky again, looking to get a cheeky pick. But no enemies spotted, they might be saving. Nope. They pick up two, but Aizen gets a trade on one. Clove last in entry, and Bakery picks him off for the BK 3-1 now. See if we're looking to change this up, or if the A main push is really working for us, but let's see if we're willing to change it up, and it does not appear so. Just keep doing it until it doesn't work anymore, right? We have the Showstopper online, that could be a free entry into site, and Sage Res in case he gets picked off. Astral Wall could also be very helpful, actually. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a Showstopper and Cosmic Divide at the same time for easy site entry. He's got the satchel set up already. Teo missiles, the satchel seems a bit messed up, but he gets hit by one of those salvos. Walled off by his own Sage. Now he's isolated, gets broken out. Procrastinator perhaps turning on his own team there. Is still Bucky in tow, being the head push into towards A here, checking all the corners. Sage duelist mode, I guess. Gets one with the Bucky. It's another, I guess. Okay, Sage, just do your thing. And the rest of the team pushes towards A. Sage is just hunting for picks. Finds a Marshall. That's not, or is that an outlaw? I can tell, but that's not gonna be favorable 1v1 with a Bucky. Oh my gosh, what is this? Clove Procrastinator slowly pushing this Clove while the team pinches from behind. Clove picks off one, but we'll see will they be able to get any more? Picks off Aizen, the Bucky flank. Clove retreated to heaven. Procrastinator trying to bait out the shot, and picks out shotgun beat sniper. I guess it's not all rock paper scissors. Yeah, there's not too much to say right now. What can Capital do to combat this? Maybe do some sort of aggressive main push. Maybe some like aggressive flank or push up mid to catch BK off guard. They've been playing far back on these sites though, specifically A site. They've been leaving it free and trying to play retake, which hasn't been working out since BK has been taking so much space. So maybe playing a bit more defensively or just taking an offensive push. But the Bucky still on Procrastinator. He's still got a good sum of money, but might as well stick with it if it's working. Cosmic Divide comes out. Domain expansion from ISO. I don't even remember what it's actually called. He gets picked off in his 1v1, but now they know that Teo's backside and they pick him off. Cosmic Divide's up, it'll fall soon. But he's reclearing that. Picks off Showtime. Flash is thrown to distract Procrastinator, still being a menace with his Bucky. Up in their faces, what will they be able to do about it? The slow to stall the push. Picks off Chamber. The Bucky is too strong. In the 1v1, Rezes goes for the res, decides not to. Just the Bucky in the 1v1, Clove location known. And Clove clutches up against the Bucky. So finally someone can actually beat the Bucky now. Oh yeah, that's actually revenge too, because Clove was the one with the sniper that died to him. So, sweet revenge for Clove against that Procrastinator on the Bucky.
What will it be
Procrastinator usually plays the Yoru, which is a character that's favorable with shotguns. But today we have Cold on the Yoru. On a Sheriff. This is interesting. Nope, on the Shorty now. Okay, that's fine. But Procrastinator usually is on the Yoru, and Yoru can be played pretty well with shotguns. So it makes sense that he's well equipped to use one. Incredible Shorty skin, by the way. Snakebite Shorty, top tier. Looks like we got a B push. And I thought they were gonna go mid, but they just walled that off. Tour de force pop from the enemy chamber. We'll see if he'll get any value. It does, picking up Bakery early on. ISO shield pop, looking to take out this chamber and a sniper. Yoru TBs gets one, but Clove pops their res. Cypher cam spotted. Capital has a lot of people here. I wonder if BK will continue to contest. Tail missiles, Raze has to get out of the way and gets picked off for it. Good salvos from Potato. But ISO is able to get one as he's falling back and continues to take the fight. But no, okay, now he's heading towards mid where Astra's already cleared some space. Could maybe even get a sneaky pick here if he times it right. Showtime peeks out. No one defeat found. Oh, but now he's gonna be found with that Cypher ultimate online. 2 location pings for them. And they clearly should know that. BK is heading towards A now, so they'll be heading here soon. Chamber should still have 1 or 2 shots of that tour de force left.
30 seconds left.
Blossom picked off. No more. Well, the smokes after death could be rough still. But Showtime on the aggressive gets his second, but then dies to I can't even read what that says. Elite on the Raze. Aizen in the 1v2 scenario. What will he do? He pushes up, gets one. Here's Chamber coming around. Could he use that smoke to his advantage that their Clove placed down? Maybe. Here's the Chamber TP. And beautiful crosshair placement from Aizen. Touching up the 1v2 scenario. So yeah, I'm gonna say the same thing. I think Capital needs to do some sort of an aggressive push, which is rough because they're on the double sentinel, but they could definitely get something going with the Raze and the Teho. Or maybe even Raze and Clove with that decay. But yeah, maybe a double satchel play could put him back in this thing and give a sucker punch to BK's predominant offense right now. Gate Crash available, Teho available for the enemies. That could be a good retake or stall ult, I guess. Cold with this lurk up mid. Oh, there's that Teho ult. BK has to get out of there. Teho won't pick up anything, but denies a lot of space for BK. Cold here's rotates. That might signal BK to head back towards B right now. But no, they appear to stick with it, grazing down smokes. Yoru picks off Cypher on the flank. Dimensional Drift comes out, gets some more info and space for BK, but Procrastinator just being a menace with the Bucky yet again on point. Picks off 2 is looking for more, and he will find it, getting his third on Clove, and Cold on the flank, picking off Honey for the, what's that, the 8th round win, or the 8th round of the game, 6th round win for BK. I don't really know what to say. BK is just kind of like pushing down main and it's working, with the occasional flank. Smokes from, I think it's Showtime on the Astra have been good. Really blocking the line of sight.
Blow something up.
One initiator, and a solo Teo is kind of rough because you only have that drone for information and the rest of it is really just a guess. No distractions from Aizen. Runs up with a judge, gets picked off by Teo, who's been anchoring A, it appears, this whole game. But Cold and Procrastinator push up and get picks off of that, but is traded out by Cypher. Looks like we're grouping up for another A hit. Raze drone clearing out sight. Cold pushing up in elbow, or I still don't remember what the area is called. But Raze nade stall, breaks a sneaky Cypher trip on sight. And the cam. Cold pushed up, is able to pick off Cypher off when he's off guard. And that clone might fake that he's flanking when he actually is going to do it a bit later. Just put the enemies on guard. checking all their angles. BK being very diligent in this 3v2, not wanting to give up anything to Capital.
One enemy remaining.
Bakery not being so safe, taking an angle and gets one. And looks like Chamber is running away, potentially trying to save his gun here. Can't imagine Capital's economy is in too great of a state right now, so saving the gun is probably the best call if he's able to do it. Bit broken. See if we can take this gun away, or if Chamber can potentially get any picks to get him towards that tour de force. And it doesn't look like it. Can we see the tab menu? That's possible. Let's check on the economy, and ult economy. Alright, you're about half a dimensional drift. And yep, as expected, the Capital isn't doing too great on the economy side of things. Hani was able to save that rifle though, and the rest of them, they could force up, maybe barely a full buy, but with light shields. BK doing fine. And it looks like we got more of a default-ish push, maybe, but mainly towards B. Sage is keeping that A main control, as mentioned earlier, very crucial. Asher holding for the flank. Gatecrash thrown, clone out. All this Yoru util coming together. That smoke on site. Wait, that's actually huge. The smoke on site to allow Yoru to plant for free, and I'm guessing he might fight this actually. And he dies for it. Procrastinator on this very long flank. Hopefully he comes back in time, because BK's losing the fight on site. Now it's a 3 versus 3, but BK not really ready. Bakery gets Hani on the chamber, but Cardi picks off Showtime in an elbow. Oh, and it's Procrastinator in the 1v2. He has a crazy flank. Oh my gosh, they don't know. They don't know. Lucky gets one, gets two. Crazy, crazy lurk from Procrastinator to clutch up the round for BK. These are the Bucky legends. Yeah, shotgun's his best gun, by far. Alright, BK up with a dominant 6-round lead. 2 more rounds to see if maybe Capital can get some to help them out later on. We'll see what happens. Still hoping for an aggressive push, but doesn't seem like they're into that. Spike left towards spawn. Let's see what BK's trying to do here. Aggressively taking mid. Recalled star from Astra. Procrastinator taking so much space, but it's picked off its potato. Cypher spotted on A. Baker potentially looking to catch this Teo off guard. Isn't able to quite get him with the showstopper, but it's still taking space. Gets stunned, but the Teo Q. And BK is not fully out on the site yet, even though Bakery took quite a bit of space. There we go, now on site. Raised drone, broken, nade thrown out. Spike is heading down. BK is trying to maintain this control, not able to take too much of back site, so they'll have to play this mainly from main, and maybe Raze could come in with a late lurk through water. Looks like that's what he's looking for right now. Recall star, tail missiles, doing a lot of damage. A's and falls, not after taking one though. The flank from Bakery, does he get a knife kill? Not exactly, gets one hit, but then dies. And Cold spamming and not able to stop the defuse. Gets picked off by Raze for first Capital round win in a little bit. Good for them. You know, I think BK's didn't really have a great round. They didn't take too much space on site like they have been. So that explains the loss. They have to play in main, which is rough for spam. Even if it's rough for spam, that was atrocious from Cold, as usual. But looks like we're moving up towards B. That tour de force would probably come online for Capital. They'll have to be careful of that. Spike grab from Showtime. Making sure we don't get picked off or start across. Sage pushed up mid, but now is coming back, and BK appears to be rotating towards mid off of this, not wanting to deal with that heavy defense they spotted. Sage just lurking up mid. Yoru takes an aggressive TP on B and picks up Henny with that tour de force. Cold gets a gun too. Good for him. But the mid lurk is picked off by Teho. Cold is kind of all they got going here for lurk wise. Is able to pick off Raze though. Nice shot from him. Yes, he can. Bit of a whiff as usual, but he gets the kill in the end. BK in the 4v2. And they're playing off-site yet again. Let's see how this goes this time. We have that Cosmic Divide online, so that could be huge. Tail missiles from backside are spotted. Clove, taking this fight and winning it, thankfully. Clove going for the ace. Potentially a 6k here. Interesting vulnerable from ISO. It looks like Cold is just going for this ace, potentially a 6k. And he can't get it, and feeds Clove extra life, as of course he does. Gravity Well from Astra. And Showtime clutches up the 1v2. Almost thrown, but BK pulls it out. 9-3. Could be a 9-3 curse here in favor of Capital. We never know. Let's see the stats. We got Procrastinator on top, the Bucky Legend. Now he's on the Shorty. Let's see how that goes. And Blossom for Capital doing good as well. Alright, pretty solid from everyone. At least on the BK side. Let's see. We got Sage on A. That makes sense. The wall is good and the slows are nice. And with such a small choke point. Potentially an aggressive push out mid from Bakery and Showtime. This is kind of what I was looking for from Capital to do. Looks like they're going to push out with that star. Make it either smoke or stun or really anything. Potentially get a pick off of that. Looks like that's what they're doing. 4-man push up mid could be big, but it just ends up getting them a lot of space as the footsteps are heard in A. Procrastinator taking a really aggressive angle with that wall. But Chamber picks up 2 on the flank, and the Bakery takes an interesting swing, we could say. And now it sounds like Capital is falling back. BK, the 2v4, potentially 2v4 retake, assuming they don't re-hit A. Which, I think it's safe to say they won't re-hit A. The Chamber lurking on mid is able to get his 3rd on the round. Great plays from Hani. And Procrastinator still having fun in the corner, doing his own thing. Wall goes down. See what he can do here. Yep, bomb planted on B. He lets them know that he's on A as well. Maybe inviting them to a respectful 1v1. His Raze's body is floating. Okay. It's Valorant activities. Okay. Diffs Chamber. Sentinel gap right there. This is... I doubt it's winnable for BK. The time constraint is probably too much, but Procrastinator can probably get a few picks here. Oh, B makes some moves and ends up picking off Teho. Cypher swings out and Procrastinator gets another. Just racking up bolt points for this, but he can't defuse the bomb, so he's looking for his 4th. And he gets it. And he saves, okay, no, he doesn't save. He dies with his ghost for the better money next round. So, round loss for BK, but at the cost of a lot of ult points. Interesting running and gunning from Procrastinator, but I guess he's just still on the shotgun mentality. Bakery Soul holding B long with a stinger. Intriguing play. Expect more of like a Marshall or potentially an Outlaw here, but it looks like BK's forcing up, trying to gamble, see if they can spend a bit more money on this round, and potentially take it, even though Capital will still have better guns. Easy on the Bucky now. A lot of Buckies shown throughout this match. Looks like Raze, nade, Teo, salvos down B. Pretty much telegraphing that they're hitting B. Teo drone out, spots Bakery in the corner. He gets shot once. Easing up close with this Bucky though. It's risky because he could get swung from far and can't do much about that with the shotgun. But Sage on the flank, it's picked off through the wall. That's rough. But maybe they won't expect the second with Showtime also there. Whipping out stars, you know, kind of risky. He could get pushed there, but they're on site now planting. Hazen just picking off one. The play continues. And the shotguns are just pulling out. Cold gets one to the shorty. Showtime gets one from the flank. Gets traded by Hani. but Aizen pushing up with this wall. It's a good play, and the shield can't save him, but Bakery will with the trade. In a scrappy round from BK, but they end up winning it with one left. Yet again, that'll really mess up the economy for really both sides, with Capital on a very iffy buy, and BK also on an iffy buy. It's really just like a half buy for both these teams. We'll see what happens. It appears the stock market has fallen off because this is not it for the economy. But let's see where this round brings us. The Tour de Force could be online for Chamber. He'll probably be wrong here. Aizen, does he think he can diff? Tour de Force not peeking yet. He might be somewhere else. Decides to blind his own teammate, or vulnerable his own teammate. Like 5th time this game at least. Fascinator with the Bucky up aggressive. Doesn't get skinned. Heals. And that's all he can get, okay. But they discovered where that chamber is, so now they know that Tour de Force is an A main. But now, BK, quick response. Already 3 people towards his A side. And Bakery pushes up. Another intriguing play from BK. He can do some serious damage. Those bubble refreshes. Second. Shield broken. Concussed from Astro, that could be huge against the sniper. But BK has the bomb. They can just sit back. They don't have to peek this, even though it looks like Cold Will. He's got the big ego for a little guy. But Showtime ends up picking it off. Bakery 11-11 now, got an inting. But we're up 11-4. Now it looks like Capital can almost afford a full team buy. He'll probably do that. As BK has some good guns along with the Bucky, you know, who knows? Maybe it's as good as an op in the hands of Procrastinator. No real mid presence from BK that could be taken advantage of. Oh, Raise nade to break ISO's shield. Interesting play. Doesn't matter, let's get it refreshed anyways. Gets another, gets 2, looking for the 1v1. Takes it. Picks up Cloven in it, will he be able to pick this off? And he does, gets that shield, but he could be taken advantage of, and he doesn't, because the team is behind him pushing up. And takes Cardi out for the win. Match point for BK. So we win this round, we win I believe the match. I think it's just best of 1 for the main season games. So looks like yeah, BK and Odin on Procrastinator now. Another unorthodox gun. We'll see what he can do with it. And a bit of a rough buy for Capital, but they should be able to pull it out with a few guns. Procrastinator going for the Sky Eye Odin play. This Dimensional Drift will spot all of Capital's push. But there's already potentially a 3-man flank going on here from BK. But Aizen gets picked off on B alone, so they have that site now. Capital has the site for free. BK is playing retake. Someone gets spotted by the trip. Triggers that. That's one piece of util gone for Showtime to take advantage of and potentially pick off 1 on the flank, which he does. Cole picks off 2. But Raze responds with 2 as well. In the 1v2, Raze cannot clutch it up, as Showtime on the flank is just too strong. And BK takes the win against Capital in dominant fashion. Although Capital put up a decent fight, I have to say. 4 rounds on BK. Still, there's nothing to scoff at. But anyways, that's our Valorant match for today. BK win 13-4. That's about all I got to say. Have a good rest of your day.